2026. Squawk Box, we'll be right back.
MNTS, momentous, moving back towards the highs now, $9.26. Mike and November Tango Sandy company announced development of an additive manufactured fuel tank. To be flight tested on the Vigoride 7 mission. That's Mike and November Tango Sandy, MNTS, popping here again. JFBR, Jeff Brands, says Keepstone AI expands its homeland security portfolio with entry into representation.
Take a look at the futures right now. Dow up about 22 points, the S&P 500 up about 21 points, the NASDAQ now up about 181 points. And the Dow's turned around this morning. Joining us right now is Jason Trennert, Chairman and CEO of Strategic Research Partners at Baird Company. And it's always good to see you and to see you back at this table.
Yep, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be here. You know, how do you like the new haircut? It's all right.
Looking good.
Okay,
it's looking good. We're just thrilled that you're healthy and doing well.
Yeah,
so
I'm doing well.
We're very happy to hear that. Take us through all your thoughts on where the markets are, maybe a little bit of what you think happened this weekend, if you think that's going to have an impact. I'm actually surprised that we haven't actually seen a bigger impact one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, I do think what happened this weekend actually fits in pretty well with, you know, by luck, by kind of one of our big themes this year is that we believe commodities are going to occupy a much greater place in asset allocation. A lot of the foundations, pensions, and endowments we work with really have very little exposure to commodities. And one of the things we think Venezuela represents is that there's a resource nationalism that's going on, whether it's China, Russia, United States. And that's not often said, but I think that's a big part of it. Another big theme is just the gamification of the markets and this blending of gambling and investing, which
you mean prediction markets and the like?
Prediction markets, and if you look at CME did a deal with FanDuel 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Robinhood has clearly has relationships with other prediction markets. And I think, as a Wall Street guy, I can't say I'm thrilled about it. Right. By the same token, it's happening. And so it's.
And are
it's
you
kind
seeing professionals use it now in terms of either hedging certain positions, taking certain gambles on things? By the way, we did see, I don't know if you saw the news over the weekend, there were people who had bet on Maduro's arrest and to some degree this whole invasion, oddly enough.
So I personally haven't seen it, but it would not shock me in any way that our hedge fund clients are starting to use the prediction markets to hedge some of their macro trades.
As a Wall Street guy, you don't like it because?
I don't like it because I love the financial markets, and I don't want to see them tarnished by something that's not really, you're making it a game as opposed to investing. And also just through the years, I mean, I just know Wall Street takes a good idea and then blows it up to the point that it throws up all over polite society, right? So, whether it's CDOs, whether it's portfolio insurance, whatever it is, they take decent ideas and then really add leverage to it, and then it eventually becomes a problem.
So what do you do with that as an investment theme?
Yeah, as an investment theme, frankly, we're playing it. I mean, so we own Robinhood, we own CME, we own ICE, because all of those exchanges are getting into those markets. And Flutter, Robinhood, all of those things. In our opinion, I don't like it, but it's happening, and I wouldn't stand in front of it.
More broadly, if we get together a year from now, I'm sure we'll hope to see you a lot more between now and then.
Yes.
Where do you think we really land? Where are we?
Listen, as a strategist, we were talking about this in our morning meeting this morning. It's very hard in a rip-roaring bull market to be correct about where the market will end up, because you have some discipline in terms of valuation, in terms of PEs. And so, I would use roughly like 7,500 for the S&P 500, but right. If I'm going to be wrong, I have a feeling it'll be higher. And that's largely because profit growth estimates are about 15%, up 15% this year.
We spoke to Tom Lee in the 6 o'clock hour, and he also has a higher expectation for the end of the year, but along the way believes that we could see a 10, 15+% correction.
Yeah. Well, you have the midterm elections. You have a new Fed chair, right? There's a lot of moving parts this year. Now you have what we were discussing in terms of what's going on with this resource nationalism. Right. I think you're right. I think Tom's right.
What about the AI piece of it? Because a lot of folks are either concerned about it or excited about it.
Yeah. No. This is one of these things, and I kind of almost purposely left it out because I don't know. I've never seen a technology that is as exciting as this. Right. I've also never seen capital spending as robust as this, and it seems to me there are going to be some downward surprises along the way. I still don't think that would be enough to stop the trend, right. Because the utilization, end utilization is not particularly high. It's still relatively low.
Jason, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Come on back
Happy
more
New Year.
often.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, up next, the stories that are making headlines right here on Squawk Box this morning, including U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton's comments about the capture of Nicolas Maduro. Squawk Box coming right back.
Up here to the pre-market high now, up about $3, NVDA, NVIDIA. BSLK, Bold Projects Holdings, was delisted from the NASDAQ. They will not appeal. BSLK, that in a filing.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today we're going to be focusing on the strike and recoil strategy. Try to make everybody here $100 to $200 in just a short period of time. Let me turn down this announcements here. So I will be releasing this on video after the stream, so I'm going to go ahead and set it up for that, so that for those of you that aren't on live stream with me right now, but you want to, you're watching it on a video. So this is basically going to be the 2026 layout that I'll be using with Thinkorswim. And it's a bit different than the consolidation one. I'm just going to turn him off for now. That is available on the links here. So particularly this one up here. Let me just open this up so you can see on the 1 minute chart. So I do have the 9, the 20 exponential moving averages, but then I have the 50, the 100, and the 200 daily, which has become more and more important with this strike and recoil strategy. Then of course they have the VWAP. We have the ATR multiple range, so that's the half range and the full range, so the RV range along with the full range. This is the one I was just alluding to up here, is the candle range tracker. I like this one because it's got the spread too, and it doesn't have 9 candles back. It just has 5 candles back, and then gives you the average target to go for. And then how much do we really follow that? I mean, when we really get into it, it's probably a good idea to follow it pretty close, just for your risk factor. And then I have, of course, the market magnet, which is very important. And let's just make sure. See, this is why we want to check these things. I am not on today, and if you're using the market magnet, you need to be on a day, on a today, not 1 day. So let's get that changed right now. And there's a big mess here. I already marked out this AMD. We're going to go over all this stuff, but so I'm on plenty early. Now we have been talking about trading the open. So I do have new people here trading with me and in the studio that are that work for me with. They're not actually in the studio. A lot of them are just remote. But some are in the studio, but they do various things with various companies that I have, and they all want to get involved in the trading too. They're excited. So got, I think 7 new people right now, 7 people, hopefully that won't all lose their paychecks trying to do this. But no, we've been kind of, educating them along here. So it should be pretty fun. So anyway, so we've got the market magnet there figured out. Now let's go to multiple time alignment is here. Of course, now I have mine split where I have over here, the 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour right here. So you can see which way that action's moving on that particular. If you're only trading on the 5 minute time increment, or the 15 or the 30 or the 1 hour, the 4 hour, it's showing you which direction they're seeing. And then also, rather than opening up a whole bunch of different charts, it's really good to know, trading with the crowd. And then it has the vertical lines going up, so you can see when it's about to cross those thresholds. Like that was a big one right there. What was it looking at the 4 hour, and it was showing it up, and then people are starting to go up. Now it's really on pre-market. That little alarm you saw is when the volume from this candle is higher than the last candle. This is part of the Scalp Pro indicator. We'll talk more about them once I get this off. Then I have every half and whole dollar marked. I have the MACD crossover marked. Now I did these all custom, so people would stop complaining about the noise. So I changed all these. So eventually, if you want them this way, these are all going to be available on a link. They're not now, though. And then the buy-sell oscillator I put back on again, and then the Scalp Pro meter. So that's everything on this chart. And then you'll see these other lines that I've already marked the fibs and stuff like that. There's no reason to really adjust these much until the market opens, because this is going to be. But if you don't know what this does, this is like a must-have. This is that shows the volume, the sellers inside, the buyers inside in a 1-minute candle, and their strength. But on pre-market and post-market, it doesn't kick in that well. Of course, I have the news down here, and then on the daily chart, I also have the ATRs. So you can see I marked a couple of these levels on the day, just in case like the AMD gets up to this level, but the others are marked more recently. And this is where price action is stopped and abruptly turned around. Yes, I see. I have a bunch of screens around me, and I have various people from different studios waving. Charlie's trying to she's keeping everything in order for me here, so I don't get 30 people talking to me at once, because then I can't even think. This is one of the things that we use a lot to try to find, particularly in the strike and recoil, to get the average volume over 100,000 volume per 1-minute candle. AMD actually isn't making it. That's really, I had no idea. Is that really what's going on? Let me just switch to NVIDIA. Yeah, NVIDIA's way over there. Now I have a watch list up. Just make sure. I just kind of detached it for my large cap movers. And you might want to get some of the scanners that I have available. There's a bunch of them that really are good for this strategy. But I'll be clicking these just off screen to flip around quickly rather than dragging down the arrow over here. But more to the point, on this day chart, you quickly want to look to see you're getting over 100,000 volume per candle. See, like you can see MU isn't doing it. How about Palantir? No. I don't know if it's just giving, it's supposed to give the 10-day average there. Yeah, so that shouldn't. So this is below on a 10-day average, so it's not just pre-market. So there's the Q. I recently added the Russell. It's not quite enough, but people have been trading this and doing quite well with it. So I don't know, when we go to AMD, I'm surprised, because it's always been giving me what I mean. If you're haven't been following along, is that on the level 2, I'll count like 15 in my head, and if this doesn't move 10 cents in 15 seconds, on either the ask or the bid, then I would be hesitant to trade it, because I need that kind of movement to trade this type of strategy, which is basically just scalping, Anyway, we'll go over the rest of this setup. I know I'm probably getting a little confusing. Right now, I am in a conflict over the reverse button with Thinkorswim, so we're talking about getting this to work a little better. I took it off. I'll let you know how that resolves. But this is what I will have up. And then this is a 15-minute chart that does, of course, have the market pulse. So this is telling you the direction, the general market here, which is pretty good with QQQ, the SPY, the TLT, which, of course, is the bonds, the UVXY, the fear. And then also I can see bigger moves here. This is just put on a chart to show you what it looks like in a 15-minute interval, and I also have what it looks like in a 5-minute interval. I also have that average that you saw on the day over here on the 5-minute. Just make sure. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's why I have it on the day. So it's the 5-minute certainly showing it. That's not actually how that's supposed to work. I'm gonna have to look into that. Because it's average per 1 minute, not average per day. I have the wrong one on there. I'll have to look into that, guys. I'll get that straightened out. And then we have the trend down here. The ADX to make sure, help me with the clouds. This is the really good one with the clouds to help decide what the strength of the trend is. Now I mark these fibs on the 5-minute 10-day and the 5-minute 2-day. Again, we'll go over that a little bit as we get closer to trading. I'm going to start to set up a bunch of other stocks here just so we're ready. I turned off CNBC. Let's talk about some of the bias that we're dealing with today based on all mine. So I'm a pro member in just about every type of news agency you could have, and then plus all the other people. So let's talk about the bias. So on Benzinga, their pre-market alerts for pro members, they have the top gainers, MU, AMD, TSM, Tesla, NVIDIA, Apple. NVIDIA. Then the losers are Apple, Meta, and for the indices, they're all up, QQQ, SPY, and IWM. And that's what we get as pro members. You get a quick synopsis of what to look for today. And then from everybody else, and this is all the companies that are, brokers that are putting out their rating. So I get their information too, as well as Motley Fool. I pay enough money for all this stuff, and then everybody here, and then Charlie puts it together. So right now we're expecting today NVIDIA to be bullish, Apple is neutral, Microsoft is neutral or to bullish, Google is bullish, Amazon is neutral to bearish, Oracle is neutral to bullish, Netflix is bearish. I don't know why we have Netflix up there. What are they doing? Yeah, okay, well, they're not bad for to trade. And then Alibaba is bullish. And then on our semiconductors, Broadcom is bullish, AVGO. Big news on Taiwan Semiconductor, so that's been moving all over the place. TSM, that is bullish, and we may want to look at that today. If you look at the 5-minute on that, you can see how it's pulling back a bit, but it's probably going to keep going. So now we have a lot going on because of the attack we did on Venezuela, or however you want to. I don't want to get political. Some people call it kidnapping. Some people call it arresting. Just whatever. We have them on both sides here. Then we have AMD bullish. I already talked about MU's bullish, and then Intel is bullish. So everything is looking really good. And I can tell you, I think that crypto is going to go crazy because of any instability like that always sends crypto up. I was looking at the oil. Let me check on the oil here. Just adjust this so I can get the yeah, here's what we have. This is something to watch today, because of this very, very different situation with the Venezuelan oil, and everybody's looking at this for swinging in our group. I don't know which way to call this yet, really, but I did. We looked at our watch list about that too. All right, I'm going back to, oh, that's interesting. That's not a watch list I've used in a while. Hang on, I'm just going, sorry guys, I'm looking for the right watch list that I just had on a second ago. I can't remember what it was named. Because I have all these ones that are the consolidating scan, because I've made it a scanner too, so. What did I do with that? There we go. Large cap movers. Okay. This is the one I'll be working off of today to find these, but because this is going to make sure it's moving within 15 cents. So on the big ones, and they're a minimum of a $25 billion market cap. So that scanner is available. What I did is I just added some to it to make sure I was only looking at one scanner and not clicking all over the place to get to the ones I want to set up to trade today. So we got quite a bit of time. Well, no, we don't have that much time. We've got about 15 minutes. So let's set up some of these others here. Did I do Tesla yet? I don't know if that's an old setup. Let me look at this. No, this is recent. Okay. All right. So Tesla's set up. That might be one we want to look at the. Everybody's excited about the open, even though we had figured out that we shouldn't do it. So I don't advise trading the open. Remember, guys, I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should definitely seek the advice of someone you trust before you try to emulate any of the trading styles here. Follow anything I do in any way. Just talk to somebody that's licensed, because I am not. And also, trade in a simulator first. Make sure you're green for, a long time before you try to trade with real money. We'll be doing very low share size today. Hopefully you've made the PDT rule. You've talked to your accountant about the wash rule. You're prepared to do something like this. You're not just saying, hey, that looks cool, and you start trading. That's what you should not do. I do think that scalping is the way to make the most money. Most professional traders will tell you that on the amount of money that you have in your account, scalping is by far the way to make the most profit if you are good at it and you know what you're doing. That's all, so you have to be good at it and know what you're doing. So let me see. So practice. Let me go ahead and set up NVIDIA. Yeah, what's that freaky thing? So what we're doing here is we're setting up the Fibonacci on a 5-minute 10-day chart. I have to scroll with the wheel over here, and no matter how many times I try to do this, this is like the only way to really do it. Ugh, and then I lost it. See what happened there? Because that thing clicked up. Oh, God. This time I think I'm just going to do it like this. So 51. And I'm just going to go up here and go like that. And then I'm going to, because I only use them as support and resistance levels. So I'm just going to type in a 200 here. Let's look at the 2-day. This is a 5-minute 2-day chart down here. I could do the 30-minute breakout. It's just a question of time here, and how many. Interesting. This is still higher right here. Where's the? Oh, there's the high. Okay. Now, these are guidelines, and the thing is that it's about trading with the crowd. So many people mark these that when you come across them, it's just a good idea to know where the heck they are. So it helps you make a decision, because you're trying to have. I'm working on a video now. It's moving along to about the perfect entry for every trade that you might come across. So that should be helpful. But it's basically trading with the crowd. I hear all these people. I'm not even going to get into the whole YouTube phenomenon about this. So that looks like that's historical data where stock, price has gone and abruptly turned around. And it's in the area that we're trading. That's why I'm looking at it as a potential area for NVIDIA to think, a serious level to watch. Fib picked up that level, picked up this little level right here too. We're kind of close enough to that spike. And then I'll know how low we might go down here. 187. And I doubt it, but I'll, this is kind of right here too. Smooth along this. No, maybe that level. 189. Now the fib's doing really good picking up these levels, so I don't really need to. I don't know if we'll get this low. I would definitely reassess looking at this if we got this low. That got picked up there just below the fib too. So let's go to, those are two. So I did AMD, right? Tesla, does AMD get marked? Yep. Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA, all I'm going to be looking at today. But let's go ahead and go over here. People have been trading this and telling me I got to start trading it. It's more of an indice than, let me go ahead and mark that. That's close enough. We're running out of time here. Oops, I was right on it. You'll see me do this when I'm on Zoom. These are guidelines, support and resistance, ceilings and floors, but and I'll smooth sometimes. I'll try to smooth across, you know. But there's nothing that you want to absolutely count on. You just want to see if they will help you. That could actually come into play there. What do we got right here? There's a whole bunch of them right here too. Why did price action stop and turn around there? Nobody really knows. Liquidity pools, lack of liquidity. This would be to do the fib, is why I opened this up, but I don't know if I want to mark the fib on recent pre-market data. I guess I will. It's not normally what I do. I don't know if you guys can still hear that going on behind me, but that's close enough. Remember, these are guidelines. If they're not exactly, if you see me, hey, you didn't do that, where it's supposed to be, it's just like there's no real supposed to be. If you read the book, Day Trading Volume 1, then you are right to call me out on it. But I'm telling you that, you know, they're just guidelines. You can't 100% respect any of these levels, but near it, you want to, it's a warning like, hey, here's an area, adjust your get in, get out, you know, not necessarily, this is it. I remember being raised Catholic and learning and everything was an absolute that I would call it out. You have sinned, you know. Yeah, it was hard for my parents to take because I wanted there to be guidelines and rules that everybody followed, right? Makes sense if you're going to teach them, you know. So what happened here? Did I trade this recently? I think so. So let me remove that. We may look at this. You know, I'm not going to bounce around too much. I'm hoping that we will be successful pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this one by ear. I'll mark some of these levels here, like that low. This pre-market. We'll do it at the $0.75. This has got an upward trend forming, which is interesting, though it's really consolidating. Pre-market. I like that the volume is higher on this. We might come back to this. You know, I think I will mark it. I'm just looking at this thinking, you know, if this pulls back up to where all this action was, we could have a lot of potential areas where there's some calling out trades here. So I'm going to mark that real quick. Come on. So sensitive. There we go. Can I get over here without this popping off? Don't overstay my welcome. There it is. All right. The soft touch. We have 6 minutes. I'm just going to stick with that 10-day. Let me go to Tesla, which is very dangerous, particularly at the open. So I'm not advising it. I'm going to look at it for our crew. Let me just make sure we don't have any new data on that. We got anything? No. Generally bullish on Tesla. That's what we're looking at. It did a pullback already off of bad news, as you can see. So we would like to see some retracement, but maybe it's done all of its bad news. This is like its own little animal, guys. You got to be so careful with this, because even when it has news, it's just not news you really want to count on. And we don't normally trade on a catalyst. But at the open, knowing a little bit about which biased it would be, so I'm definitely long biased on this. Oh, come on, guys. What are you saying? You switched the biased on me? Yeah, that's what they did. That's interesting. Now I can't count on that. Huh. Should I be going someplace else? I really like the look of this too, with double fibs and a support there. I'm going to stick here, but it's anyone's guess if this is going to be a long bias today, or again fall even further down. It really should fall further down based on the news of it, but we'll see. But anyway, so we're about to go, guys. Be careful. I don't recommend you trade the open at all, because I'll be doing the scalp and recoil about 15 to 20 minutes from now. Once some patterns and directions start to reveal, or even closer to 10 a.m. East Coast of the United States and the New York Stock Exchange. The general feeling out there is, even with this Venezuelan thing, is that bullish, and soon this administration will be kind of controlling the Fed, and they're supposed to be dovish on that coming up. And God, I'm just going to take one of these out, because you guys, I hear your background noise. You got background noise on even when you're not talking. All right, and there it goes. It's going up already. Yeah, to me, I'm going to play this bullish at the open, but I'm definitely going to think about that 1 minute candle passing us by. That was like a 2-second delay I saw. I'll try to tell you what I'm doing, but I don't advise you following me exactly. It just, I'm here and you can kind of see what I'm doing, but you need to do your own due diligence and take your own trades. Once again, remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so you should seek the advice of someone you trust. Trade in a share size that you can afford in case you get stuck in it. I am not doing the 25% thing right now, where you enter 25%. That's why you didn't see me bring that up on the screen. I think I'm going to be closer to trading 50% of my max goal, but you could see me go like this. You might see me go to 200 shares, which would be 4 times this. But probably not, because I want to keep it where everybody here is not blowing their paycheck. So now hopefully we will keep track of this. I won't be able to trade all month or anything, so I'll be on and off. But when you're here, well, good luck. We've got 30 seconds, guys. Now, if you do trade this and you go market, remember, you're not going to get on Thinkorswim where you pressed it. You will not get the mark it where you pressed it. And if you do ask and bid, it might not pick you up right away. It's not great to do that first candle. No, on any platform, because you can't call it. But Thinkorswim particularly has a lot of glitches, so you're not going to see me. I don't know. I don't want to say it for sure because it'll depend on what happens here. But yeah, because that right there, that makes me want to go in. So I'm going to go ahead and go in for 50 shares. What did it pick me up? 47.18. So barely moved. Yeah, because I clicked it when it was way down here, so that was kind of already messed with me. People are going to take profit here. I kind of want to get out of this trade. I got to tell you, I don't like how it's starting to settle downward and not upward. So, yeah, I got to get out of this trade here. I did, of course, what I said don't do, and I'm finding myself in a hole right off the bat. See, the whole $0.50 came up. We're right on the ATR high. So it did not reveal itself going up, so that's why I feel like I'm in a worse trade every second that goes by here. So yeah, as you can see, holding out a little longer. Now I got to recover from this. Did it break that fib too? Sort of we're looking for any kind of a recoil retest up here. My first trade's going to be a losing trade, it appears. I had a chance to get out for like 20 bucks there, but I thought it might really go up. I'm holding into it a little longer. If it continues to break the fib down there, I'm just going to get out, or the 446 even. There it goes back up. Okay, give me a chance. Give me something up here. Oh, I should have just got out. I don't think it's going to go up, so I just want to get out. I had a chance, and I didn't take it. So lesser loss in a second here. Was it going to break the ATR? Yeah, I'm just going to take it. When I knew it was going to happen, I clicked it a second too late, and it went $50 down just before I hit it. Did you see that, guys? So this is why you don't want to trade the open. I once again proved why you don't want to trade the open, especially on the first candle. But there you go. It is going down. They called it bullish and bearish just before the market opened, but it looked so bullish that I went for it. Oh well. Most of you, I pray, did not get caught up in my little mess. Let's see if there's anything I can do here to get this money back. I would play it short bias now. Off the ATR, maybe enter, which is 146.50. And I'm going to have to go market. Look at it go now. Look at that go. I'm going to go ahead and try it short now and hope it doesn't do a flip on me. Man, is it going to just go straight up now? See, this is what I thought was going to happen. Oh, my God. This is not a good start, guys. Jeez. This is what I thought was going to happen at first, so I went short. Oh, God. You guys. It's just impossible. I have no data to call this, That's the problem. I got nothing to call this here. So that's only 50 shares, like, destroying me. Oh, Tesla. What are you doing? It's going to be a recovery, guys. Sorry. Hit a new high up there. I can't hold this much longer because this is just getting... Are we going to go back down? $79.60. I'm watching the level 2. Not feeling really good about it, but going to break down below the 449 again. No. I'm just going to get out. Wow. Now I'm down $200. Well, for all those people that couldn't wait till I started, I hope you didn't follow me exactly. This will be one of those recovery days. So that was more like gambling, if you didn't already catch that. Didn't really have anything to go by there in the beginning, so I asked for it and I got it. Punished me right off the bat. The reason I stayed with it is I was thinking I don't like to have one stock red, if we switch around. So I'd want to get this green no matter what, one way or another here. I'm just going to take a look at stuff here. Yeah, so it broke out through that level too. It's resting at this fib. All right. We're going to try to recover on a recoil long here. See if we can get some movement up now to kind of get some of this back. So I'm at 88, 49.88. I'm going to hold into this a little bit till we get to real data to trade something. I'm just going to hold into this even if it's a downward move here. I'm wanting it to break that 450. It did reject off of it. I just don't think it's done. Well, it's giving me some money back. So I'll take that and then look for a lower entry. So we got $50 back. Nope, it's not going back down. So 450.49 is the fib. I see there's a lot of slippage. I tried to get it there at 45. There we go. We have to stair step our way back out of this hole I dug for me. So I took the dip off the fib. Now this would be the 52 would be a spot where I definitely would think I'd want to reverse. We're at the top of the market magnet here also, so I'm going to go ahead and keep taking those in $50 increments. So we're down to only 98 down. Look at it. If I held that a little longer, I'd almost be even, huh? Look at it. It's just going to go up for a while today, I think. So let me try to see if we can get I'll try to get it down. I got it at 22, which isn't beautiful off the 51, but see the market magnet come in. This is going to pull the magnet up, wherever it is, and drive price forward, upward. Tell me that the magnet's below us, right? Not above us. No. I don't even see it. It's so far away, huh? Or is that it right there? Oh, that's it right there. Okay, gotcha. Could not. My chart's so busy I couldn't even see that. All right, see if we can get it back up to that 52, which would give me just about only $50 down instead of this. Now, please reverse off that fib. Oh, no. Is it going to hurt me? Thinking about adding here, guys, because I should have done it already, actually. Yep, that's too bad. Missed that. Now I'm not going to add. Just to get a better price as it goes, as it recoils back up, is what I was going to do there. But So right now I'm just working on recovering, and we're early enough where I can go over and really do the actual strike and recoil strategy, which this is not really. This is just scalping. Pulling down. Magnet's pulling it down. More people want it to go down right here than up, so gotta watch this. This is hit so many times, I'm more worried about adding now than I was a minute ago. That fib is at 49. God, I guess if it goes down there, I guess I will add to it. Yeah. All right, so now I'm in it. Now I can get hurt real fast here. Or we can bail out really fast. Well, I tried to get out there at the 50 cents. There we go. So now I'm only 38 down. Let me readjust that again. Again, if I held longer, I probably could have got out. But if you guys, I know most of you guys did the exact same thing on my crew, and I was getting very worried about you losing because it could go down like $2 fast, and then that's that, right? And we're messed up. So let's see off that fib again. Tried to get in at the 50 cent. I got it. Let's hope I won't regret it. We wanted to go back up where it was a second ago. It's just toiling with us here. That's it. Oh, I thought I was even when I did that. Well, we dug out of a $200 hole really pretty quickly there. Let's get. Okay, somebody lost money there, but what's our worst case up there, guys? 75 down. Okay. Wow, should have held it a little longer. So there it goes. It's just not done going up for sure. It's going to be going up all day, I bet. So let's buy the bid on a dip. So this is the new fib to buy on now. So 52.11, anywhere near that. No, it was at 12. Instead, I hit it at 22. But that's okay. I didn't cancel it because it seemed like, it's still going up. So I just want to get this green, honestly. There we go. All right. Wow, it took twice to fill 50 shares? Come on, guys. Don't start doing that, Thinkorswim. Jeez. Okay, so do we want to stay here and just make money on Tesla, or do we want to switch to something? What time do we have here? Not quite. It's a little too early to look at some of the others here. So let me see if we can do this some more, guys. I mean, what do you guys... Yeah. Not everybody is green yet from that debacle, but at least we came back. Now, you could lower your share size, to 25 shares. Let me see how serious those levels are that I marked here. So we're down here. So this is, yeah, that's a low. Those aren't real strong. That one there would scare me. And so would this one. But these are kind of like, I don't think these are going to stop it. Tried to get into 21 cents. Already would have been a good trade. I'm going to cancel that. It's not going to let me. It's not going to dip again. There it goes. Come on. Get down there. Give us a better dip. It's not going to dip. It's just at the 50 cents is holding it, really. I'm just going to try to get in there. What did I get at 34? So that's a little higher than I wanted it, guys. But let's just try to work it up here a little bit. We don't want to see it break that lower fib. That's not good news if it does that. it might want to start to retrace. So let's be careful because it is extended on the 5. I will go out on the ask if it gets up there anywhere decent like that. Yep. I do not know why it's taking 2 times to fill 50 shares. I mean, look at this here. And this is only 40% of what we see. That's a platform issue that bothers me. Of course, holding it longer would have been good. Just slowly going up, carefully going up here, guys. So let's see. Wow. Just maybe hold into these moves. I mean, I'd like to get a bigger cushion before I hold into the moves, but, you know, at this point, maybe just hold into this move. This isn't strike and recoil. This is just, like I said, scalping on a fairly dangerous stock, too. So, wow. We're not going to see the 52 level again. There could be, I'm missing a bunch of strike and recoil opportunities here. There could be some shorts here. I'm worried about, I want to go long bias though, so I want to try to recoil up rather than down. Wow, it's just taken off. So the 454 now seems to be a fairly good entry area. Let's see if it breaks it there. It broke it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and try to get in there. 2 times to fill me too. Insane that it's doing that. At least it's keeping this whole decimal thing in order, which we've had many conversations about, where you see like 30 numbers sometimes. It's like, that's not, I can go on the back end and kind of mess with that, but this is what it should look like and not confuse you. I held out longer on purpose. I didn't take the short trade. So, I mean, the fast trade would have been a nice little profit. I think the minimum I want is maybe when I'm up to $100 here, but I also don't want to see this go down to red again, so I'm not going to let that happen. Oh dear, doesn't seem like I should be way out of position there, but I'm barely out of position. 85. Now, you know how I trade. This would be low share. You know, I would want to have a lot more shares here, and this would be the time to think about adding them, but I'm not going to do that. MACD sending it down, so I'm getting a little worried that it might have a larger retracement here. Oh, that's good. We're going to push that MACD right out of the way? That crossover? No. Very strong. 85% short. It's going to get out. Yeah, okay. So we blew some of the profit there, but I got out while it was still green. It's resting on the 9. See, I would be red now. So now it is hitting this 52. And that is very, very interesting to buy that there. Well, it didn't hit it for a second. Just kind of watching it to see if it's going to make a bigger retracement here. Is it done going down? No, there it goes. Wow, huh? Is that a bigger move? I almost bought there, but I was like, oh, it looked pretty strong going down. I mean, this fib so far has not proved to me that it's anything. You know, 68 down, 56 up. 470. It's got a 470 price evaluation. This came out at 941. The market doesn't quite move as quick as the news does, so wow, so it is heading back up. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab it just on market, so I got in it. We'll see. Now I'm red. How many people know what this feels like? That news made me want to get in it for a minute here, but I'm realizing that I want to start trading the scalp and recoil, so I just have to get green here and stop messing around with Tesla for now. It's a whole $1 off my position now. Wow. Here we go. We're going to go bigger risk. Cancel that. Price action moving above. I'm going to take that based on the price action moving above and see if we can pull that magnet up. We'll see it all coming in. So this should pull it up. It should pull the price up. There it goes. Give it a second, and this should go. This should recover and get me back green again. That's what should happen. Let's see. Sometimes it takes a second, 30 seconds. Man, it's not. Is it going to break the 20? So now I'm back to the problem that I had a minute ago. Oh, how many of you followed me down this hole? Break back through that fib, please. There you go. 52. It should pull up. Sometimes it just takes a second. So there it goes. So hold into it a little bit more. Should maybe just taken the green and switch to our scalp and recoil here. It's going to slip, so that's what I'm worried about too. The fun of trading. The thrill, the heart racing, pounding. You can download your music list that keeps your beats per minute a certain way if you want to feel that way. Oh, boy. Well, could have got out. Next time I will. And then we'll move over to something that is readable, because this is very hard to read. So I'm doing the smaller account here, so I'm not even sure how many times I can double down here. This is an expensive stock, so. Here we go. Let's get above the magnet now. Here's our magnet. Target up is 33 cents. But that's you start from that candle. Wow, it's really consolidating below my position. Don't like it. Okay, I'm going to have to make a call here soon, so let's get this going. Let's get out of here. We're getting close to the RV time where there's going to be a huge spike in volume. 10 a.m. East Coast, New York Stock Exchange, U.S. Not much down right now, but I'd really like to be green and move on from this stock. We had some pretty green for a while, and then we had some bad red for a while. Now we're kind of like in the middle of both of those, and Looking for a big push. Don't pull back up here. Push us up. Big push. Here we go. You know, the second I get out, it's going to fly through the roof, right? So it's resting on that fib, boy. Or you could call it the 252. I mean, the 452. Not liking the look of that. It looks like it's going to go down, not up. Don't like the look of the indicators calling that down. Thinking of just taking a lesser loss. I got to be careful here. See, there it goes. I'm going to hold it for a minute there. See, I called that was about to happen, and I didn't jump out. Broke the 20. So there's our buy-sell oscillator sending it up. So maybe I'll get saved. You saw that green arrow come in. It's based on relative strength. Maybe you look at the 5 minute, it's like barely retraced, but it could be making a beautiful bull flag over here. Which would just be accumulate right around at the 10 a.m. There it goes again. Say you're oversold. You're oversold. Go back up. Oh my God, it's going to hurt me again here, huh? I was out of this mess and now I'm back in it again. Higher volume going down, not a good sign. Everything is pointing to going down, and I'm going down with it. I think I'm going to try to, I might just take a hit here, guys, because this is getting worse. Yeah, I'm just going to get out, so that's too bad. I don't see a sign of this going back up right now, so... Again, I misplayed that because I could have been green several times there, and I did not keep it. It's just fading now, so we have to wait to make so that this can actually have some callable moves. I don't think I want to go short with it, so I don't know. Let's get a look. I'll come back to this and make this green, but let's get a look at what's going on elsewhere. That's depressing. All right, so NVIDIA. Wow, so everything's starting to go down here. What's our situation here? Yeah, whole market's going down, huh? And bonds are good. When these two are green and these are red, that means listen to what these say. It's going down. Yeah. I don't like the look of that. As far as trying to call it, let's try our AMD, which we usually get some good luck with. Wow. So we're fading today, huh? Everything's going down. How about, did this go back up like I thought was going to happen? No. All right, so chips are going down. Tesla's going down. SPY. Kind of hard to read. I knew today was going to be tough to read. I thought it would just go straight up. But now if it's doing this, then God knows how to call this. So this is consolidating pretty steady in a range, 67. That's our SPY. Yep, Russell's going up. Q. So on Saturday, guys, we ended up with 450. On Friday, we ended up with 450. Well, that was the first day. Most of you got over 400 by the end of that trading session, right? So right now, we've cut that in half. So we've got to try to get that back for you. And then as we add the month up, What else should I go to here? What's MU doing? Look at how MU's right near the 50, 100, and 200. So I'm just biding my time a minute, guys, to get licking my wounds and trying to get something I can call. Ranges from 16.24 down. Oh, that's a $3 range. What do we got for, what's our spread? Oh, geez. 38-cent spread. Oh, my God. MU's crazy, huh? If you get it right, though. Do I have this marked out? There's your ATRs. We're right in the middle of the ATR for the RV strategy. Below the VWAP, meaning it might pull it to recover. Oof, boy. And that would have been where I would have gone long. I was just thinking about it, and then it just breached that. Yeah, there's just no sure thing right now. Look at that. That's not good. I mean, maybe just grabbing something short and going with it, you know. That's what I'm wondering. The whole market's just going down. Tesla's back up. Back up to the 52 level. I saw it. Yeah. So that would have come back if I just wanted to hold it. I'm having trouble finding anything that is, because we don't really have a bias. It's just all over the board here. So just going to slow down, take a breath, and see if something reveals itself. It should be easy trades. Like this should be an easy level here, right here. Right around 89.69 to go up. Went down as low as right down here on this even dollar, 89.50. I mean, we got 2 fibs to trade in. Look at that. Ceiling floor, that's beautiful. That's some beautiful levels there. This might be our baby. Let's take a look here. All right, so there, I did mark this out. So just below that, turned it around. This may be turning around now. Look at everything says down. Take a look here. Yep, okay, so it went over 10 cents in 15 seconds. So that's not a problem. You're not going to get way out of whack on this one either because it's just not moving like Tesla. So, but it would take a long time to recover Tesla's losses. At the 190 levels, going to hold it again. It's kind of right in the middle of the fibs. Yep, it's holding it. All right, I'll give it a shot. We only have like a 31 cent possible trade there. It's 24 bucks real quick. It's at 18 cent target here. I would go short off that fib if it ever got up there. It's a little bit cheaper stock to handle with, but we're getting a very controllable range here. I know at least half of you didn't even trade the open, so good for you. Trade that first half hour, you know, which... Well, the one thing about this is like molasses compared to Tesla. Looking to go short as it climbs up here. Maybe at the 50 cent. I don't know if it's going to make the fib. Do like a strike and recoil here. See, it already recoiled down 15 cents from the 30. It was at 90.30, 190.30 cents. So now I'm more inclined to buy the bid as it hits down toward the 190. I'll try that. All right. Hoping it's going to recoil back up off that level like it has been doing. So we're looking for it to get up to like 25 cents maybe. 190.25. We want it to hold the 190. Not good. Don't keep breaking below. There we go. Yeah, it's just not moving quick enough for this strategy to work properly. It's just lumping along here. I should have taken a couple trades already, so this is slow. So I'm gonna switch stocks. Let's see if I can get a good trade here or just get out green on this stock. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out. Yeah, it's going down, so. Not feeling good about today. Let me see, where are we at now with Tesla, which is just in the back of my mind bothering the heck out of me. 54. Yeah, so we just should have stuck with it. All right, guys, I'm going to get this green. Hook or crook, we're going to get this green. So if you're not green already, then if you haven't traded this, then hopefully my recovery will help you get some money here. Because I'm going to recover. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. Just going to zone in here a little bit. See where my moves are. Yeah, I knew these oil stocks are going to be moving. That's why I did that. Made sure that watch list was around. So that's 53.50. It's been up. See how the price is pulling up. Last time the magnet failed us. Look at that go down now. I'm going to grab it. Tipped it off the 20. Anywhere 60 cents, I'm going to take it, which is above what it says to go for. So I went ahead and took that based on the range. It's double the range, really. Got out too soon, but recovered a little bit of money there. I'm keeping it low for you guys. I mean, I probably would. Normally I go 100, 200 shares just to recover in 2 or 3 trades, but I'm going to, if you're in the same boat, I'm going to go a little slower for you. And not miss a trade. That's what we're going to do. We're going to not miss a trade. So This is when we go for the professor's 100% accuracy. Look at that. Tap that 54, rejected. Big time. You see that? Hit right at the even dollar and rejected. That's why the half and whole dollars are so important to have marked, because they will come into play quite often. I'll go short if it goes there again, because I know it's going to recoil at some point, so I'll hold into it. But really settling down to call for more of a strike and recoil, even though it's a dangerous stock to do that with. We're getting, these are strike and recoil ranges here. If you miss one, then you just wait a minute and it comes back around. There's the magnet. I'm looking for the 453 even or the 454 even. 453 long, 454 short. I don't want it to be at the top of a trade and go long right here. We'll just bail right out of this and just here we go. All right, guys, you're going to test my theory. Kick it. I get it. Might hurt me for a bit first. It's definitely going to hurt me first. Made a new high. Why isn't it marking it? Oh, no, the high's over here. Reject off that high. I'll add to it up there if it hits it. Looking for a rejection here. There it goes. All right, so that's at 40. It already pulled back. Didn't get it fast enough. Wants to retest it. Hasn't really rejected yet. Man. This is separates the crazies from the real crazies when you add to a position the wrong way. Look at it go. Oh, it's calling to me. Saying, do it, Professor, do it. You know it's going to retrace. Go for it. I love to see some sign that it's going to retrace. No, volume going strong or going up is not a retracement, guys. 96%. Look at this. I'm in the wrong car, going the wrong way. There it goes back. God, I almost got in it too. So close. I think to get into this, I'll have to sell market. Guys, don't try to follow this crazy stuff I'm doing. Be careful. Fun to watch, right? Now this is entertaining. Had I actually gone in, I'd already be nice and green if I doubled down there. I want to buy, then buy back in. I want to reverse. That's what I'm going to do. I just bought right back in. 44, 454, 85. Don't have the reverse button, unfortunately. It's a new high. Fortunately, I lost more before I had this trade that seems to be going okay now. Waiting it out on my dumb red day so far. Yeah, I think I lost $30 to get to where I was, right? To get to this position. I'm not even getting back what I lost a second ago. Come on. Yeah, show us something. Show us a couple of new levels up there. Going to take that, and I think it looks like it's about to pull back. I'm going to increase my share size so I can get out of this quicker. I'm getting annoyed. Getting annoyed with the puppet master. $55, looking for a 55 even, 455 even, if I can get it to go long. It's your market magnets down here. Stopping at the 50 cents. Make sure I'm not missing something here. Just going straight up on the 15. That's a reversal sign. The hangman. Hit a new high. Just biding my time here to get a better trade. Just definitely is bullish. I'm gonna have to go in at the 50 cent to get a trade here. And the fact that it's slowed down too, so it's going to be harder for me to recover with a lower share size. So it keeps going to the 50 cent and then going back up. See it bounce 50, and then it goes up to like 63, 68, then 50. There it goes to 60. I mean, those are little trades, but man, not really worth the risk, right? On Tesla, when you move whole dollars at a time usually. So suddenly stop doing that. Our volume's not really crazy here. Just made another new high. It's pounding up there on this level, which I had marked before. Let me take a look at that. Oh, that's right here. Right? Yeah, right in these levels here. Like I said, this one is a scarier level up here where the fib marked it. Price level 4. Price level 1 is not really too. Is that where we're at? Yeah, that's just not. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Are we going to go down any further than that? There we go. There's a nice rejection. I'm going in. All right, I'm going to wait this out. It might get dastardly for a minute, but I'm going to wait it out. I'd say 500 max loss would be mine. So you guys probably don't want to do that. I think I could still recover from that, but I know I'm taking a chance here. So I've got that in a position where I'd like to see this go up, you know, close to $1, close to its high there. That's what we're looking for. I'm not sure this accounts at 42K, I think. So on margin, I'd have 160K, right? Does that make that? If I went to 200 shares, I'm just thinking. Moving along here, guys. Slow and steady. To the paw farm. Sometimes it's a little traumatic. So we had some pretty big rejections here. I knew when I took this that I might see something here like a couple $100 here. So I want to wait it out because I believe it's going to swell back up. So I'm just waiting this out. I didn't want to miss the move. That's why I got in it. You know. At the 20. This isn't exactly what I wanted to show you, but this is the way I trade a lot, and it's you know, it's risky. You have to be prepared to get to a max loss, you know. We did, what was it, 450 on Friday, so I kind of would like to not get worse than that. For those of you that are following me, I don't want you to lose money between the 2 days. Wow, it really decided to reject. I thought it might do this. I didn't want it to do this. You see the volume did increase with the sellers. Didn't make it quite to the top, though, so not 100% confident for the sellers, but still pretty strong. Starting to turn around. It's got a ways to go. Excuse me. The state of affairs these days, huh? Wild. Hope everybody had good holidays. Obviously, you want the share size that you can look at these numbers and not freak out, you know, so it might be saying $20 or $50 over here, and you're just like, okay, all right. So it just depends on, you know, what your threshold is. Other people are trading 1,000 shares, 1,500 shares, and they're not even sweating it. So it's just your perspective on what you're doing. The less worried you are, of course, it doesn't affect the way that you will take the trade. I still feel like this is going to go up, so I have to wait it out. Now, I'm not, you know, normally I'm doing the 30-minute timing thing on the Zoom, and we trade differently with much larger share size. And we don't trade Tesla. Rarely. We had some good luck with this on Friday, so I came back to it based on what other people wanted to do, who had got their funded accounts. So here we are, now 300 down. And thinking, what am I doing? 380 down. Almost 400 down. Wow, hard to believe. It's actually doing a big retracement here. No news came out except at 10, right? Let me click on that, see what it's saying. No, nothing really that says this should do anything other than the general sentiment that it, is going to come back from where it went down because of Elon Musk, basically. A robot in every house. It's just him, not necessarily Tesla, but just what he is, what he means to people. We just have to wait for these because large and mega caps, they do this and then they come back. I wish I wasn't so close to the top of this, but it's at 50, 55, 20. I'm way up here in my position. So, but, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm actually going to go ahead, and it did let me do 200. I wasn't sure it was gonna. So now I'm at 54, 154.55. I saw it coming up, and I was like, "This is the time to try to go for it, big time, and just see we can get a recovery here." So now my position's 54.55. So I'm way down here rather than way up here. So. That got better instantly, but it could also get way worse instantly too. So this isn't one of my unlimited accounts, so because we're doing this in case I hold a swing, I wanted to make sure I didn't go into margin to hold a swing, but I don't want to hold a swing on this. So we're green on this trade. Can I actually get even on this trade? That was the idea, right? All right, so I just wanted to get out of that. So now I'm even. Yay. It was a struggle. Let's get away from this frigging stock. So that's what before I pull from this, yeah, it did go my way. And some of you might say, come on, man, you can't count on that. You people could lose all their money. Well, a couple of things is I'm not responsible for your money, for those nasty emails that I get. And I've said that over and over and over again. So let's just get that right off the table. And let's just talk about how I traded for myself, okay? And I do try to protect people, but I can't do it. You got to be your own due diligence. So myself is that this will come back. Now, if it showed signs of just going straight up or straight down, I would look at it differently, but it didn't do that. And since we hit that 10, where's the 10? Right here, right? It went up, swelled down, and I definitely assumed it was going to swell back up. And it was an assumption, and I was right. And you can count on that from mega and large caps. And as I got into this and said, I'm just going to get the money back, guys, bear with me a second, I had total confidence. Honestly, it's not just hyperbole. I had total confidence I'd do whatever I had to do to get this stock green. But that's me. That's me. And I'm not bragging. It's just that that's the way I approach it. And I approached it logically with some logic, not just, I know that sounds like that could sound really conceited, but no, I run it at 90% accuracy, and I'll read this and I'll say, look, I think I can do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Don't hold back thinking about how somebody else might get hurt. Just do what you do. And 90% of the time that works out. There are sometimes I am really wrong, you know, and then I have to deal with that, you know. All right, so before we, I mean, I'd like to get to where we actually are making money today for people. So let me, actually, I'll do that up here. Let me go back to AMD and see. This one's a good go-to as far as, you know, safety to try to just make the money. So we'll keep it, we'll get up to 100 shares on this stock. So we have pretty low volume here. But look at the consolidation, right? So now what I'm going to do is smooth some levels here. Just intraday levels. So to 25, and then this is on the fib, so I don't need to mark that. I could smooth this level. It seems to be stopping here a lot. Now, your Thinkorswim might not look like this with these extreme candles. I have it set very sensitively. So now let's get a really look at this. So we've got up here 225.50 as a failsafe if we go short here, right? Because this kept stopping here. If it breaks that, we might want to get out. So that's at 31. I'll go ahead and, went to 26. No, I did get 30. So I shorted it at 30, and we're not going for big numbers here. So that's a recoil. I tried to get it at $9. I don't know what I ended up, if I'll end up getting it. I'm on the 19, it's not filling. See how thickly traded that is? It's not filling me. So I would have already had a profit. And instead, it went up. So cancel that order. And that's too bad because I already had a green trade and it didn't pick me up. I should have just done market because now it's decided to break out. Go figure. So if that was half of your position or 25% of your position, you could make a judgment call here to go in. But I don't like how it just did that. I'm not feeling confident it's going to come back anytime soon. That happened right when I decided that it was okay. So I'm just having trouble today. So right now, I could recover pretty easily if I just take a hit, you know. Let me see if it retraces some here. My God, what is going on with me today? Oh, up to 234. Looks like it does want to go back up now. So this is you look at the bigger picture and it's like it's going to retrace way up. I looked at a very micro picture there, which is pretty dangerous. And I do not want to add to this position, betting that it will go down. I'd rather just get out. You know, I should have just got out down there. There it goes. I'm going to take that. So, yeah, it could keep going down. But I took a lesser loss, I feel. So that was a bad entry on AMD. I think I'm only running at about 50% accuracy today, maybe less. And I am red for the day, I believe. Because of this, I was barely green to begin with. All right, so now we know overall this is wanting to go up to retrace where it was. So now let's look for a dip to go long. Instead of playing that level short, like that's what I did do. Even the buy-sell oscillator said go short. So there's a rickshaw man, which is a reversal sign, but the next candle reveals that. It might just be a pause. Oh boy, huh? Going long. This is going long, not going short. There wasn't much slippage when I used market, so I will use market on this. Now it's just stalled. Waiting a minute here, guys. Gonna break the 226. Sure looks like it wants to. There we go. There's some retracement down. Nope, that was just, it is just going up. So yeah, we want to get in on a dip here. We get any kind of dip here. 76 cents. All right, so I took it on that dip. I got it at 51, right above that level. Now, I'm just going to sell market to get out because I don't want to play any games with this. I just want to get filled. Because I had a green trade originally, and I'm in this position because it didn't fill me. I will add to this. I have no qualms adding to 100 shares. I think my first day back, it just wants to slap me around with the stream. I mean, wants to slap me around, guys. Oh my God. You see that? It's just like, what are you doing here? Oh my God. We're back to the area I was going short originally. Actually, it was way up here. Not ready to double down yet because of the strength of that move going down was just intense. Okay, so it's weakening now. The sellers are weakening now, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and double down there. Big chance, obviously. So I'm at 25.22, so I'm right below that level, thinking that it was going to come back. So it could, if it breaks down here, is where I would be really worried. Until then, I'm going to hold into a bigger move. Now remember, I was about that low when I took this trade, so it hasn't done too much more damage. Now it's damaging me. It's damaging me. Interesting. Just got to wait them out. This is how these large caps move. Not what I wanted to come back and show you guys, but it's not disastrous or anything, but geez, just wanted a quick 300 bucks, 200 bucks or something. Just seem to be having difficulty with these. I hope you guys are doing good. I know it's always fun to watch other people trade anyway. It'd be more fun for me if I was actually making money when I was trading, but sellers were going down, and they came back up. I was very tempted to go to 400 shares right there. That's at the 24.64. It's a pretty big spread here, 7 cents for AMD. It's going to break the 25. Looks like it. I'm going to go ahead and go in 400 shares. I went in on a continuation upward here. So it's going to break that 25. Here it goes. And then get up to my position, which is only 6 cents above that. Here we go. We're higher share size than most of you would want to go, probably. Just waiting for the swale up here. Hit the 20 and backed off, but I'm not concerned yet. This trade's green, but I'm trying to get the day green here, so you don't want to go 400 shares and not get a fairly decent profit here, so. I don't like that it's stalling. All right. There's a whole big $11 after all that. Well, man, I'll tell you, huh? I'm $29 up for the day after all that debacle. My God. This is why I don't sell courses. No. So we're 40 minutes past when I was going to start. I wonder, you guys, let me know how you've been doing or did today in the chat. I'll trade a little bit longer to try to get people here in the green, and then I have to. We've changed our timing for the my Zoom crowd so that I could do this. Everybody knows that this is being traded in a different way. It's not a great. I mean, we're green today. I mean, is everybody? No, everybody's not green today. How bad off are we here? Okay, not much. So the worst one is $50 down. Is there anybody else red? No. That's good. What's our highest trade there? $70. $70. Add that up times 20. You got $1,400 for the month. All right, let's keep doing AMD here and try to get your money back for you, okay? So I'll do a few more trades. Yeah, that's what happened, right? So you had higher share size, then you got afraid and you lowered your share size to recover, which is totally natural because you don't want to get further down. And then the opportunity to recover, you would have, but you had less share size. So, boy, that's like a broken record, guys. That is totally natural and normal. Why people do that? Nice. I'm going to take that. Oh, wow. It picked me up way higher than I wanted to be. Did you see how the market moved there? That was nasty. I tried to just get a few bucks for you there. On 76 cents. There we go. So we're up to $34 there. I don't know if you got that or not. I didn't call it. I mean, I just did it. I saw that big. This is more strike and recoil. Strike, recoil. That's why it's called strike and recoil. Because you can count on it, not almost all the time, not all the time, but almost all the time. You will get an opportunity if you don't get greedy to get this target. This is the target, right? I didn't quite get it because it slipped as I went in, and then it slipped a little when I went out. But I think I got 12 cents or something, 13 cents. But that's a strike and recoil. So the fact that it had been sort of swaling down, I mean, you can see this fib is support. You wouldn't want to see it go below that fib. Does somebody want to feed you? I know we have kind of a light crowd in the studio today. You don't get as much attention from begging. We have these things, they're called greenies. They're like these little snacks that everybody gives the begging cat, which you may have just heard, and then she's getting fatter and fatter. Okay, so this wasn't exactly a strike, so I didn't take the long there. I could have, though. Kind of like to see it get down here more. I'm looking at the 5-minute going. We're kind of in the middle between like a floor and a ceiling. It is going down, but it keeps going back up. So I guess I will take a long down here if it gives me another opportunity. It's pounding down, but as long as we don't get greedy, we can do a recoil. What's our spread? 10 cents. Man, I guess I'll buy the bid on that because of that. Wow, there it was. I couldn't get it fast enough. I'm going to try to get that. That's at 50 cents even, right? See it? It's not picking me up. I'm going to cancel it. Oh, boy. The market wasn't going to give me anywhere near that, right? Volume went up as it was going down. 16 cent spread. I can't hit market on that. That's our whole recoil. Man, huh? But yet when I hit bid, it won't pick me up. So this is some bad action. I don't like the way this is. This isn't going to be good to trade. Yeah, because look we don't even have enough volume. We don't have enough volume. I'm forcing trades here. You should have at least 100,000 per 1 minute candle. That's why the spread's so high. This is a really hard one to trade. Doing this. Let's see if we can zoom in on Nvidia for a few minutes just to try to get the money. Hey, we got $4 over here. I do. Woof. Okay, let's see. What does this look like? Yeah, so we have a lot of consolidating action here that is now come down to a lower level. Let me just make sure it's actually stopped at that level dead. Let me take a look at that level, 189.28. So I marked earlier this morning. Yeah, so that's right there, sort of a smooth level based on what happened the day 2 days before. It hit it and it respected it. That would be a bottom, I would think. So we just broke the fib too, just below that. So is that level going to hold? What are we doing on even and half dollars here? So that's right at the, it's below the half dollar. You can see how the MACD called it right every single time. Yeah. So if it wasn't just going straight down here, I would jump in on that level. Held it firm. Boy, this is what I mean by marking past levels. I mean, a nice tweezer move. I mean, that was a big amount of down. It's just like it went to it and said, hey, everybody else stop there. So it might be having its big retracement now. I'm afraid to jump long. Well, I haven't been looking at this long enough to make a, is this going to make a bear flag here and turn around? So this is the pole, but if it breaks halfway, which it kind of just did, then this is no longer a flag. We don't have 3 black crows because there's 4 of them. Just looking for a possible pattern to that other people might see trading with the crowd, right? So we want to line up these indicators and take a trade. Now let's look at, see, this is pretty low for NVIDIA, huh? 189? I was going to say, look at the overall, what is it doing? It's just like, why is it down this low? We were into the 200s. It should just not be down here. It should be up into the mid 90s, 190s, and just there isn't enough news. This came out at 10:26. I see you. Oh my God, nobody loves you. Good news. Oh my God, you poor baby cat. Yeah, your tail's in the camera. You look like it's some sort of a sea monster out there. Interesting. Going short off the 50 cent might be interesting, huh? But instead it used it as a support. I don't see an easy call here because they're conflicting indicators right now, so it's not easy to call this. So it's a crapshoot that you wait out, which why trading large caps is so safe, because if you wait it out, usually you get what you want if you've gone in wrong. You can't overtrade them. You can't panic on large caps. That's why keeping your share size is so low. You know, what you can afford is so important, so you can afford to ride the move. Look at your overall channels and then ride the move. Okay, so I am going to go long down here if it gets anywhere down here again. That's what I'm looking for. 189.28. I'll wait as it comes to it for a split second to see if it's going to break it, because it made a little bit of a flat bottom on a tweezer move. So I'm going to wait this out so we can get you where you're only $40 down now. So that's good, right? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. You're showing me that. What just happened? Was that a new trend? I thought I turned off these alarms. Yeah, muse me. Yeah, just lie down right here on this desk and muse it for everybody so we can make some money here. Hope everybody's new year is going good so far. I made a real schedule. I'm working out like almost 2 hours a day now. Trying to get enough cardio in to stay heart healthy. And, of course, weight cable training too. It's hard to fit 2 hours a day, and I got to take more like an hour and 45 minutes roughly. Well, it stopped in a really odd spot that I can't take a trade on. Feel like I haven't found the stock I should be trading still, right? I've gotten that FOMO feeling. I don't want to trade this short, and it's not going back down. Is anybody else following something different here? Oh, I didn't look at that. Let's take a look at pound tar. Did I mark that out? I did mark that out. Okay, so let's take a look at that. We looked at that early this morning. Wow, it's got great consolidation. Good call. All right, let's see. Oh, you got $200. Okay. What do I know? Fuck. Why didn't you say something sooner? Huh? I guess I could say that. Let me get set here. So I did mark that level earlier. Let me mark some of these daily levels right here. So there's where it opened. And then here's a smoothed out bottom below that fib. And then right now, this is on the 5 minute. Let me take a look at the 1 minute. Very busy here on this chart. So let's get this zoomed in a bit so it's not so busy. Okay. So it looks like short off the 50 cent. What's our spread? 7 cents. Not too bad. What's our... we don't have enough volume here. Barely. It's the average daily is wait a second here. Yeah. So we have enough. 155 is the average here. Well, it's just down right now, huh? Because of the time of day. All right, I had to double check that. Yeah, so this is doing what it's supposed to be doing. That's on a 5 minute. This is on a 1 minute. It didn't change because it's supposed to be the average for 1 minute. But I was looking at that other one and it was wrong. So, all right. So I missed the short there as it came up and hit it. Let's see if we can get it again. 50. Is it going to hold it? Nope. Gave 11 cents right off the bat. Should we be long biased? Probably. Yeah, I mean, because of the war, this should be going up, or the whatever you want to call it. The arrest, whatever. Don't send me bad political emails, please. It's not that I don't care about the world. I focus on trading. So how will good or bad things affect trading, right? I feel like that's my job. And then in other circles, I'll give my opinions about things that nobody really cares about anyway. So get over yourself. This is right in the middle, so I'm not getting anything I can use. Let me mark this smooth level here. I mean, I'm really micro marking this. I just to try to get your money back for you. Oh, you took a trade. Now you're down $60. Wait, what just happened there? So we blew by that. How far were we by? Okay, that's only 6 cents. All right. It looked like it was a lot further. How did you make money on this stock? This is so slow. I can't believe it. It's like molasses here. Yeah, give me another dip down there. That was 20 cents, man. That was 20 cents I could have caught. There's a rickshaw man there. Volume is going up. That was an easy call, and I just missed the trade. A little gun shy here. There's a big tweezer move right there, just past that. That's 70.64, man. So it's heading up toward more of its highs. There's the high of day right there. That'll move with the market magnet. It keeps track of that. Wow. So we had an opportunity down here when it broke that 50 cents, and I did not get it. And I am long biased on it, so I don't want to go short here on a recoil. We want to recoil up, not down. So let's try to, we could go in off the 64 level, which is where tweezer moved here. Strike down to the 64 to get back up. Or it could fade off its high here because we're right near the high, so hard to call. Don't want to get this wrong for you because we got to get that money, so I am keeping it at 100, yes. 100 shares, I saw that. I know I have it higher. Let's get into the 60 cents area here, guys. I'll take it. 67. I'm hoping for a quick recoil and just get out. Back up there in the 80s maybe. Just a quick recoil. Not a continuation down. It was going back up consistently, and now suddenly it's stalling. That closed red, which isn't great. It's like it knew I was going to take a trade and said, okay, let's get him. Just stand firm. We're going to be okay. Hold steady. Here we go. You know, I remember, I don't have a lot of good luck with Palantir. I was just thinking this through, like, I remember not liking the stock. It's that whole puppet master thing, like, it's after me for some reason. So I've decided not to do magnet fishing, if you've been following me along. Just decided it would be too slow for me to handle. I just can't do it. No matter what amazing treasures might behold me. $12. That was a $12 trade. I don't know if you got that. You're still in it. Good. Well, it's still going up. I would get out at the 91. There you go. Did you get that? You got that. Look at that. You're almost even. See, I chickened out. Wow. All right. Yeah, no magnet fishing for me. What do we got for time, Charlie? So I got to get over with those guys here. Man, I thought for sure we'd get a couple $100 today. Sorry, it's been such a journey. At least we're green. I do have to go soon, though. So what do we have? $64. Well, it's not horrible, but is there an open trade there? No? Okay. Oh, my God. At least it's green. Boy, I'm tempted, huh? I'm tempted here. I could have to hold it, though, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it a day there. I hope you did better than 60-something bucks, but, you know, at least it's green. And I am planning to be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a better day. So far, my guys on this end are up to, like, over 500 in the 2 days we've traded. So, you know, that's good. Today just wasn't one of those good days. Could have been bad. Could have been minus 200 and something. So at least I bailed out of that. And you saw how I handled that, which is a bit risky. But, you know, I always like to stay green at the end of the day. And, like, I cannot remember the last time I was not, you know, with my shenanigans, but my accuracy does go down for sure, you know. And I like to keep it, you know, on the strike and recoil, it's usually about 80-something%. But anyway, guys, listen, thanks for watching. And I will be back tomorrow and, you know, practice. And I'm going to make this layout available. It's not there yet, though. Okay, good luck out there, guys. Go green.